President Trump's point man for the crisis in Venezuela says disputed President Nicolas Maduro eventually will fall. Russia is criticizing the U.S. tonight for what it calls a cynical campaign to oust the legitimate government of Venezuela. State Department correspondent Rich Edson has the story.
Contested Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro's vice president is in Russia. Russia supports Maduro and claims the United States may use military force in Venezuela. And the Trump administration says all options are on the table.
I don't want to telegraph our punches to the regime. I would just say the people who are talking about an American military action are the regime or the Russians.
Officials stress they are pursuing a peaceful transition. That means economic pressure for now. The U.S. has announced it is revoking the visas of nearly 50 Maduro-aligned officials and their families and sanctioning several top military and security officials.
I can't predict the day that Maduro falls and leaves Venezuela. And it may be that 3 days before people will be saying, oh, the administration policy has failed. And then boom, there he goes. And that day will come.
Maduro has even invited Special Envoy to Venezuela Elliott Abrams to meet with him. In an interview with Fox News, Abrams says he's never met with Maduro and rejected his invitation.
And it's a mistake to allow them to turn it into some kind of battle between the U.S. and Maduro.
Abrams is coordinating with opposition leader Juan Guaido. Guaido is in Paraguay after leaving Venezuela last week in defiance of a court order to join aid convoys in Colombia and has met with leaders in Brazil.
I have received threats to my person and my family, but threats of being imprisoned as well by the Maduro regime. Even so, that will not prevent my return to Venezuela this weekend, at the very latest, Monday.
Abrams says there will be a big reaction in Venezuela and internationally if authorities arrest Guaido. While testifying about the administration's Venezuela strategy 2 weeks ago, Abrams met sharp criticism from freshman Congresswoman Ilhan Omar.
That is a ridiculous question, and
yes or no?
No.
I will take that as a yes.
I am not going to respond to that kind of personal attack.
Abrams says he and the Congresswoman have not spoken since.
I really don't know what that was all about. You would have to ask the Congresswoman what her intent was in that colloquy.
The administration has also warned Cuba over its support of Nicolas Maduro. Abrams refused to say if officials were considering sanctions against the Cuban government, though he noted the administration is always thinking about the U.S. relationship with Cuba. Shannon.
Rich Edson at the State Department, thank you.